Assalamu alaikum rahmatullah, and welcome to the fourth video on Islamic definitions or glossary. This one is Salah. Salah and praying are two different things. Salah is a prayer done by Muslims 5 times a day by every Muslim. It's obligated by the Holy Quran. It's obligated by the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. It's the main work you have to do in Islam. Shaheed being the first pillar of Islam is a belief to swear, to testify that there is no deity worthy of worship except Allah, while Salah is doing this, testifying that there is no God but Allah, but through actions and through words. Salah is not the Arabic word for praying. There's another word for praying, which is dua. When a Christian prays, he might ask God for something like this. A Muslim would perform dua by asking Allah for something by holding his hands like this. But Salah and dua are two completely different things. Dua can be done any time a Muslim can perform dua or do dua, say dua to Allah, ask him for something whenever the individual wants it. Well, Salah is done 5 times at certain parts of the day, based on where the sun is. Sun rises, one which is called Fajr, then it's midday, afternoon, evening, and night, and then it goes back to Fajr, which is sunrise. It goes like that. Maghrib, is another one, sunset. Salah is probably the main deed done in Islam. An example being, it's seen as a shahada, a witness, but done by action. During the Salah, you say words in Arabic, but of course that's another thing, Salah has to be done in Arabic. When you say words in Arabic, you're also doing certain actions to emphasize those words to Allah the Almighty, because to perform Salah you need three things. To perform Salah you need to be praying through your mouth, through your physical body, and through your mind. So you have to be conscious of Allah, you have to be thinking of Allah by your mind, you have to be actually performing bowing towards Allah, and certain movements done during Salah, which is your body, and of course by your mouth you have to speak the Arabic words, the recitations, the verses of the Holy Quran that you have to say, and of course the different praises and supplications done to Allah during Salah. The main thing in Salah, literally what the entire Salah is based around, is sujood, which is the last thing done in one rak'ah, and it's when a Muslim puts the highest part of his body, which is his forehead, on the ground, the lowest part of the ground, which is in front of your feet, and that's in front of your feet, and that's where you place your forehead on the ground in complete submission to Allah, saying certain Arabic prayers. I might be making a video based on how to actually do the starting Salah, but just in case I cannot, getting the camera to work and things like that, there are plenty of videos on YouTube to show you how to perform Salah. This is just a slight definition of what Salah is. Just to finish the video off, and a very important thing that has to be known by all Muslims is that there's little to no reason why you should not do Salah. Some people might say, what happens if you're driving? There is kind of nothing stopping you from stopping at the side of the road, but then what happens if you're on a motorway and things like that? Things can get in your way, but the main thing that'll get in the way between you and Salah is laziness. Laziness is mostly caused by shaitan. Shaitan is Fajr being the hardest one, where you have to actually get up at sunrise every morning to pray to Allah, to perform absolution wudu. I'll be making a video on that, and to go to complete submission to Allah. But shaitan is meant to shaitan asks you to come back into bed, which is the hardest thing, because when you get up it's very easy to go back to bed. It's hard staying up. Okay, so it's the change, but it's hard to not go back. So when you get up, it's hard to stay up, not go back to bed. It's said that shaitan asks you to stay in bed, and if you do go to bed and you just say, it's another 5 minutes till the Salah actually should be done and all that, I'll just lie on the other side of the bed or something like that. It said that if you go back to sleep, shaitan urinates in your ear, and if anyone doesn't know what that is, shaitan goes to the toilet in your right ear when you're sleeping, and that's a thing that shaitan won. Sheikh Yusuf Esther said in the video that some people have become shaitan's best friend. Shaitan is the best of shaitan betrays everyone. He's on no one's side. Once he knows you're Muslim, then you're not on shaitan's side. Once you're asking, but if you're a Muslim and you're not following out your Muslim deeds, well then you're not on Allah's side either. So you're not on no one's side. You're not you're not getting Allah's blessings that you could be getting, and you're against shaitan, so you're completely in the middle, away from it, in the place where you're most exposed to bad deeds, to bad works, to doing things that you know you shouldn't be doing. An example being to doing things that are haram, and doing things that you know shouldn't be done in Islam. Leaving prayer early and not doing prayer at all is not allowed in Islam. It's seen as literally forbidden in Islam to not do prayer. Some people don't believe in prayer. Some people don't do things like that. I was actually talking to a Muslim man who works in the shop, and he's saying he doesn't believe that prayer has to be done. He said that once you believe in God, everything's okay. And I hope it's not the last time I see him, because I told him that Islamically, maybe Christianity or something like that, or Judaism, believing in God is okay, but in Islam you have to do more. To get to heaven, the Holy Quran says, to get a place in Jannah or heaven, the Holy Quran says that you have to do, believe in one God, Shahada, there's a video on that. You have to do good works, such as the 5 pillars of Islam, Salah being a good work, and belief in the last day, which is mentioned several times in the Quran and in several hadith sayings of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, peace be upon him, about the last day, the end of time, and after the day of judgment, when the day of resurrection will come, when Allah will give life to the dead. He gave life to the soil at the start. Well, then what stopped him from giving life to the dead body? There's nothing that Allah cannot do. I hope this helped. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.